Hello, my name is Maddie from POC English. In this video, I will show you better, more advanced alternatives to simple English words. In this way, instead of overusing the same vocabulary, you will be able to sound more natural and fluent. Now, make sure you watch this video to the end, because there's a quiz and you can test how well you have learned these new words. Plus, I will show you how to download a free PDF file of this lesson and of every word we cover. Ready to start? First, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Done? Sure? If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, I'm gonna get angry. Oh, and that's the first word of the day. Now, angry is a very common and useful adjective, but it's used all of the time. He's an angry man. My father got angry. He got angry, she got angry. But instead of angry, what else can we say? A very good, strong adjective of angry is furious. Furious is when somebody is really angry. He was furious about the delay. Why are you late again? Another very good, but more formal alternative to angry is irate. Listen to the pronunciation. Irate. Irate. Now, irate means very angry, but in a formal way. The customer sounded irate on the phone. The customer sounded irate. You see, it means angry, but I'm using it in a more formal context. The customer sounded irate. Now, if you want to say that someone is extremely angry, often showing strong reactions, you can say livid. Livid. It's a very advanced and very interesting adjective. See, instead of angry, you can say livid. Wow. But look at this example. My father went livid when he saw the mess. He went livid. See, a very useful collocation with livid is go. Go livid means get really angry. Now, if something unfair or something bad has made a person or a group of people angry, here you can use the adjective outraged. Very interesting, right? Outraged. People were outraged by the decision. There was a decision made for people, and because people thought it's unfair, they were outraged. Outrage. Now, we talked about being angry, and we talked about being really angry. But what about someone who's mildly angry? Who's somehow angry? Not very angry and not angry. You can say cross. Yes, cross is an informal and interesting way to say that someone is a little bit angry about something. It's usually used in British English. Look at this example. She was a bit cross because I was late. She was a bit cross. She was a little bit angry. She was a bit cross. So instead of angry, we can say furious, irate, livid, outraged, and cross. It is time to see how we can use them in a dialogue. Why was Mr. Thompson yelling this morning? He was furious because someone broke the copier again. Yeah, he looked totally livid. I walked past his office and he was shouting like an irate customer. Honestly, I'm not surprised. He was outraged last week when the same thing happened. And now he's cross with the whole team. Now it is time for the next adjective. Stupid. Again, this is very common and it's a very good adjective, don't get me wrong. It's okay to say stupid or angry. These are good words, these are good adjectives. But if you want to improve your level of English and if you want to sound more advanced, it's good to learn different alternatives. So instead of saying stupid all the time, what else can you say? You can say foolish. Foolish means not smart. Somebody who's a bit stupid. Foolish. It can be used to describe a person or an action. For example, that was a foolish mistake. That mistake was silly. It was stupid. It was foolish. Now, a synonym of smart is wise. So if you want to say that someone is not smart, you can say unwise. It's unwise to skip meals. It's not a wise thing. It's not a smart thing to do. It's unwise to skip a meal. You'll be hungry. Now, stupid sometimes mean that you haven't thought about something enough. If you want to say that something is not well thought out or that something is likely to cause problems, it's possible that if you do it, it may cause problems. That is stupid, but that can also be described as ill-advised. Ill-advised. Look at this. His comment was ill-advised. His comment was stupid. It was ill-advised. You see how cool that is to use ill-advised instead of stupid? Now, a comment And very nice and informal synonym of stupid is silly. Silly. I'm sure you've heard this one. It usually means childish and not very serious. Silly. Don't be silly. Of course I remember you. Don't be silly. Don't be childish. And the last one. Again, if you remember, I said that being stupid means that you haven't thought enough about something. So you can also describe it as thoughtless. 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 There is no thinking behind it. Thoughtless. That was a thoughtless thing to say. It was stupid. It was thoughtless. So, instead of stupid, you can say foolish, unwise, ill-advised, silly, and thoughtless. Now, time for a dialogue. Oh, I forgot to attach the file before sending the email. Oh no, that was a bit foolish, wasn't it? It's okay. We all do silly things sometimes. Still, it was unwise, especially since the boss needed it urgently. Hey, don't be too hard on me. But yeah, it was kind of an ill-advised move. Just be more careful next time. Don't repeat that thoughtless mistake again. Okay, next one. I was scared. Now, instead of scared, what else can I say? If you want to say somebody's extremely scared, you can say terrified. Terrified. Scared. Terrified. Scared. Terrified. Oh my god! The child was terrified of the dark. I myself am terrified of the dark. That means I'm extremely scared. Now, if you are so scared of something that you can't move or you can't talk, you're frozen. You're so scared, you are petrified. Imagine you're walking in the park, nobody's around, and suddenly you hear a whisper. Somebody's whispering your name. You look back and you don't see anyone. See how scary that is? I mean, it's scary for me. So I would be petrified. I was petrified during the storm. There was a storm. I was so scared I couldn't move. I was petrified. Now, if something is bad that scares you and shocks you at the same time, you would be horrified. Horrified. Let's say there was an accident. Look at the example. She looked horrified at the accident. So she was scared, but at the same time she was shocked. And you are right. A good synonym of scared is frightened. Frightened. Frightened is a general word to describe somebody who's afraid of something, who's scared. Frightened. He was frightened by the loud sound. There was a loud sound and he was frightened. And another one, the last one, which is very nice. It actually means being scared but also being shocked. So something has happened. You are shocked. And you are also scared. You are shaken. She felt shaken after the car crash. She felt shaken. So instead of scared, you can say terrified, petrified, horrified, frightened, and shaken. So time for a dialogue. Did you hear that strange noise last night? Yes, I was terrified. I thought someone was breaking in. I was petrified. I couldn't even move. I looked out the window and I was completely horrified. Honestly, I was so frightened, I grabbed a kitchen knife. My hands were shaking. I was really shaken by the whole experience. So far, we have covered 3 adjectives and I am feeling tired. Oh wait, instead of tired, what else can I say? You know, if I'm very tired, I can say I'm exhausted. Exhausted. Very tired. I was exhausted after the long flight. Now, if your tiredness is physical or mental, you can also use this adjective, fatigued. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Fatigued. Where's the stress on the second syllable? Fatigued. It's not fatigue. No, fatigued. And the second syllable has a long vowel sound. Fatigued. 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 What does it mean? It means physically or mentally tired. And it's often formal. He felt fatigued after studying all night. Now, if you repeat something over and over and over and over again, like a daily routine, after a while, you're gonna get tired of it. You can say you're tired, you can say you're fed up with it, but you can also say that you are weary. Weary. It means tired and fed up with something boring that you have to do over and over and over again. And usually it collocates with the verb grow, to grow weary of something. Look at the example. For example, she grew weary of the same routine. She was like, enough of this repetitive task. I'm tired now, I'm fed up. She grew weary. She was tired. Now, if you were talking about energy, and if you want to say that you have no energy left, something was too demanding that you spent all your energy on, you can say drained. Drained. I'm drained, or I feel drained. That means there's no more energy in me. Look at the example. I felt drained after the meeting. The meeting was so demanding that I felt drained. I felt so tired, no energy left. If you are stressed out and you are under pressure for a long period of time, you work a lot and you're really under pressure and you're stressed out, after a long time, you'll be tired? No, you'll be burnt out. To be burnt out means to be very tired of working under pressure for very little reward. For example, he is burnt out from working non-stop. Burnt out from working non-stop. So instead of tired, you can say exhausted, fatigued, weary, or grow weary, drained, and burnt out. Now time for a dialogue. You look really tired today. I am. I was up all night working. I'm exhausted. Same. I feel so fatigued after the report. I am weary of doing the same tasks every day. This project has drained all my energy. I think I'm close to being burnt out. I need a break. We're almost there. I hope you're enjoying this video and I hope that this video is not boring. Wait a second. Boring. Instead of boring, what else can we say? Yes, boring is one of those overused adjectives. It's a very good adjective. You can use boring to describe everything, but it's good to learn some alternatives. So instead of boring, what else can we say? If something is not interesting, you can say it's dull. Dull. The lecture was dull and unexciting. It was dull. It was not interesting. It was not exciting. It was not lively. It was dull, boring. Now, if something is boring because it happens over and over and over again, because it's repetitive, you can say it's tedious. Tedious. Tedious means boring because something is slow or something is repetitive. For example, copying this long list was tedious. You can use it to describe a task or an event. A tedious task is a task that you have to do for a very long time. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. It's tedious. You can also describe it by saying it's monotonous. Monotonous? It has one tone. It doesn't have different tones. Monotonous means it's boring because it is the same. It does not change. So you have to do the exact same thing for a long time. It's monotonous. So something that is boring because it doesn't change is monotonous. It can also be a movie. It can also be my tone of voice. If my tone of voice is like this, you can say my tone of voice is monotonous and it's boring. But my tone of voice is not like a robot, so I try to keep it exciting. The job became monotonous after a while. It means all the tasks were the same. Nothing was changing. It became monotonous. It became boring. Talking about doing things over and over and over again, you can also describe it as repetitive. Repetitive, something that you have to repeat over and over again. The sound was repetitive and annoying. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Repetitive, repetitive. Stress is on the second syllable. Repetitive. If something is not interesting, and if something is not motivating you, you can say it's not inspiring or it's uninspiring. Uninspiring. It's a very fancy way to say that something is boring. It's uninspiring. It doesn't inspire me. Her speech felt flat and uninspiring. It wasn't a motivational speech. It didn't make me feel excited about anything. It was dull. It was boring. It was uninspiring. So instead of boring, you can say dull, tedious, monotonous, repetitive. What was the other one? Uninspiring. Now, time for one last dialogue. Hey, how was the online seminar? Honestly, super dull. I thought it was tedious. They kept repeating the same thing. Yeah, the speaker's voice was so flat, it felt monotonous. And the content was so repetitive, I almost fell asleep. The whole thing was just uninspiring. I didn't learn anything new. Yes, you did it! I'm so glad that you're still watching this video. Because of that, let me show you how to download the free PDF file that I have prepared for this lesson, which includes all the 5 words we discussed, with their alternatives and the example sentences in one PDF file. You can get this for free. How? Click on the link above this video, and on my website, you can simply download it. Use this PDF in order to review this lesson. Now. It's time to test if you have learned what I taught you. Are you ready for a quiz? Let's see. I have 3 questions for you. Very easy, very simple, multiple choice. Ready for the first one. After working 12 hours without a break, she felt completely and could barely keep her eyes open. So she worked for 12 hours and she was she couldn't keep her eyes open. Let's see the options. Lively, exhausted, annoyed, confused. Very easy. She was exhausted, very tired, right? Question 2. The speaker's voice was flat and the topic never changed. It was one of the most presentations I've ever seen. It was flat. The tone of voice never changed. Okay, let's see the options. Fascinating, engaging, monotonous, delightful. Of course it was monotonous. The tone never changed. It was boring. Very good. Now let's continue to the last one. He was so when he saw the broken window that he started shouting at everyone. So he saw the broken window. He was so and then he started shouting at everyone. What could it be? Let's see the options. Thrilled, nervous, livid, silly. Excellent, livid. That's the only adjective, which means angry. Great job, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Again, if you haven't, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and want to watch new videos that I will post in the future, click subscribe and turn on the notifications. See ya.